Hi, my name is Laura DeVoe, and I am doing a persuasive essay for my Communications 102 class. Today I'm going to talk to you about good and bad types of communication. Has your boss ever pulled you aside and just handed you $1,000 for no apparent reason? If they have, good for you. Most of us haven't had that happen to us. Handing people awards for not doing something extraordinary is not promoting the values that this country was built on. When we hand over an award to someone that hasn't exhibited a standard of excellence, it tells them that they are just as good as everyone else and promotes the idea that they may be owed or obligated to be provided with things later in life. Over the past few years, I have watched children and adults be rewarded for participating in activities, and instead of excelling in these skills and activities, they have grown to be adults and believe that they are owed certain things in life, that they should just be handed over to them. Our society is turning into a group of young single adults that believe that they should start out with everything that their parents have without even having to work and struggle to get those things. This has led to a very dangerous way of thinking. This has also led toward a push toward a socialist type of thinking in our nation, which is very dangerous to our Constitution of the United States and our way of life. Competition can be very good and used for both good and evil depending on how we use it. Competition is defined as the simultaneous demand by two or more organisms for limited resources in the environment. This is a basic natural fact. We learned about this in my science class last semester, that all organisms compete for the same resources, and they will actually evolve to become better equipped by allowing everyone to have the same resources, whether they have earned them or not. Doesn't help our economy. It just spreads it out so that everyone is so poor and dependent on the government. Socialism is defined as a way of organizing a society in which major industries are owned and controlled by a government rather than by individual people and companies. It is also a stage of society in Marxist theory that is transitional between capitalism and communism and is distinguished by inequality in the distribution of goods and pay according to work done. So in layman's terms, basically what happens is that we all work. Those of us that work extra hard and do our job extremely well do not get any more than the people that just work to just work. They walk into the office, they sit at a desk, and they pretend to work. They don't care, and it doesn't matter because they aren't penalized for it. They can do as little work as possible and get the same kind of benefits as the people that do the most work, which is not fair in this day and age. Our prophet has taught us to be self-reliant, and in our church, that is a very good thing for us to do. We are to make sure that we are self-reliant and live within our means. We are to make sure that we give an honest day's wage for an honest day's pay. in that way, we are able to look our boss and our fellow workers in the eye and know that we are honest. In order for our country to succeed and to allow our Constitution to stand, this type of socialist thinking, this type of socialist acceptance that everyone should get the same amount of everything needs to be squashed. Yes, there are people that do not have enough. We understand that. We understand that we need to take care of our poor. We understand that we need to help them to help themselves. But we do not need to just give them a handout. We do not need them to be given a participation award. Participation awards do not help the situation. Participation awards simply allow everyone to be treated the same. And that does not promote excellence, that does not promote new ideas, that does not promote anything. Good competitiveness is the drive to accomplish a goal. It brings out the best in an individual and it helps them to understand themselves. Bad competitiveness is winning at all cost, winning without worrying who you're hurting and what you are doing to win. In our world today, there are people and parents on the sidelines of many sporting events who take it way too seriously, and maybe that's why a lot of times there is this need for a participation award. If the parents would take the sporting events in a less serious manner and realize that they need to be more of a learning opportunity to help children learn how to work as a group to accomplish an activity so that they can learn to do this later in life and promote good competition, then it would be beneficial to everyone involved. We need to remember the sporting activity is an exercise to help teach our children and not a place to vent our anger at society. Moderation and competition is a good thing. Hyper-competitive people may be masking inadequacies, and people that will not compete may be unable to make decisions. I've seen this in many areas of my business. We own a construction company, and there have been many customers that cannot make decisions because they are terrified that they will make the wrong decisions. And then there's other customers that make split-second decisions and then change their mind a million times. Both types of customers are terribly difficult to work with and terribly short-sighted. They won't commit to anything long-term, which is not good for them both mentally and physically. They need to realize that it's okay to make mistakes and it's not the end of the world. From early ages, we are placed in groups in sports, in school, and in life to learn how to work together for the greater good and to help promote inter-group cooperation and extra-group cooperativeness. In our world today, more and more people are trying to tear our families, our friends, and our nation down. They are doing this in subtle ways. Socialism is a dangerous way of making people believe that everyone gets an equal share and that competition is bad. This is not only ridiculous, it goes against the very principles that the United States of America was built on. The United States was founded on a strong moral principle, good competition, which promotes better products and services and helps people and products and services become better. We need to remember that competition is good in moderation. And good competition is the key to keeping our free society free and our nation strong. Thank you for listening to my speech, and have a great day.